Hey, it's Zach Nold here with Nold Family Horsemanship again. Say hello to Athena. She's ready for the next installment of our ground series videos. What I'm going to show you is what we call stage 1, lunging, which you need to do after round penning and after you get the horse good with the hind quarter yield, because that's how I'm going to stop her. Then I'm going to move on to stage 2, which is turns on the lunge line. And I'm going to talk through any issues we see or might have and how to correct them and fix them. So, same concept as round penning. You're going to use your 4 stages of pressure: point, cluck, spank the ground, touch the horse with the stick and string. Use the minimal amount of pressure possible, because I'm going to reiterate, the horse learns from the release of pressure, not from the pressure itself. What that means is that if I point and she goes, that's it. I'm done with the pressure. I'm not adding more, because she's gonna be nice and soft and supple. If I have to up it, I will. But eventually our goal is each day to get a little bit better, which means that if the first day I gotta use stage 3 for pressure, and the second day she's moving off stage 2, we're making improvement. And one big thing I've noticed in my horsemanship is if you ask for too much because you're being so successful at one point in time, you can actually end up having a bad day when you could have ended up with a win. The most important thing for horses is to end up with a win that day. So with that, let's get started. So stage 1, lunging. You're going to take your 14-foot lead rope. That's what I use here. 14-foot lead rope. Take your thumb, put it in here with your finger over the top. I don't want you holding it like this. I don't want you wrapping around your arm. I want it cradled in your thumb. This way it can run through it. A nice trick is if a horse kind of blows sideways on you, is to tie a knot in the end, so that when it hits the end of the knot, he's not going to rip the rope out of your hand and ruin that training session. You could say I learned that from experience with my colts. What I'm going to do is raise my hand, just like the round pen. I'm going to point. She's already moving away. I want her to go a little bit faster, so I'm going to cluck. Then I'm going to move my stick. She's kind of picking it up. She's being a little lazy. I'm going to do it again, and she's going to go. So this is stage 1 lunging. It's the same concept, but you're actually going to be getting more respect. A horse is going to probably be holding its head away from you because you by yourself are pressure. If a horse does that, just bump their nose a little bit to keep their head in, and eventually they'll learn to carry their head at least even with their body. My belly button is pointed behind her shoulder, which is her drive line, and I'm not getting in front of it. So when I want her to stop, I'm going to run my hand down the rope, step in front of her, and bring it to my belly button. I want you to touch it. This is one way to stop her. This is going to be the way to stop her if you haven't done a lot of hindquarters yield. But what you want the horse to do is be paying attention to you. I'm going to make her do it again and stop her the other way. So I'm going to point, I'm going to cluck, then I'm going to move my stick, then if I had to, I'd touch her butt. So she's going around beautifully. So this one you can do after you have taught them the hindquarters yield real well. I'm going to just bend over at the waist and look at her butt and have her turn and face me. Eventually you might be able to just cock your head and have the horse stop and look at you. She's licking her lips, relaxing, getting soft in the ears. These are all good signs that she's understanding what I want and she's making that mental transition. And if I wanted to get on her right now, it'd be a super safe ride. We'd have a lot of fun. And she'd probably do almost anything I asked of her. So I'm going to go the other way now. I'm going to point. I'm going to cluck. And remember, when you're pointing and clucking, spanking the ground, count in your head 1, 1,000, 2, 2,000, 3, 3,000, 4. Basically looking for 4 seconds. After the horse understands what it's doing, you can speed up that timer because you want to get that laziness out of them, because horses are naturally lazy animals. So I'm going to stop her again, run my finger down here, step in, pull it to my belly button, and relax. This is stage 1 lunging. To the right and to the left. You can do it at the walk, you can do it at the trot, you can do it at the canter. So let's do it at the canter. Look at that big breath. That's what we like. A horse breathing out like that means it's relaxing. So we're going to point, This time, instead of clucking, because I want her to canter, I'm going to kiss. And see how she picked it up. And then I'm going to look at her butt to stop her, and she'll stop. Remember, just like round penning, you want a difference between the trot and the canter. Trot and walk or cluck, canter is kiss. She got a lot more energy up there. I brought the stick around her. What I should have demonstrated better is when you are swinging the stick, make sure it's swung nice and big. She's at the point where I don't have to be as big, but initially you want to over-exaggerate everything you do with them. So make sure you swing that stick nice and big, and if you have to, don't be afraid to touch them on the butt. With her, I'm going to have her go the other way now, and we'll start getting ready for stage 2, which is turns. So stage 2 starts off the same way. She's going to move at the walk. I'm going to ask her to trot. All I got to do is pick up my hand a little bit. This is where it gets tricky. So this is what you're going to do with your hands. You're going to take the stick, move it underneath the rope with your hands. Your new hand is going to run down the rope. You're going to step and then move her the other way. So she's going to do this really well because I practiced it with her quite extensively. And she moves that shoulder away from me beautifully. I don't even have to do anything but point. And I just kind of hold that stick out as a wall. It's a little thing I've developed. It works with most horses. Gives them a idea that they can't keep going that way. Not every trainer does it, but I like to do it. Something that she will do when you first have a horse and you're trying to teach it, they're going to blow into you, they're going to try to run you over with their shoulder, anything. So what is paramount is when you go to turn that horse, you're running your hand down the rope, you're stepping in front of the drive line, you're pointing the other way, and if that horse tries to run into you, take the stick and whack it on the front shoulder, because that is one of the most dangerous things that can happen to you. And I've been there, I've been run over. You know why? It's because that horse doesn't respect your space. You notice how she gets out of my way? It's because I had the issue that she would run me over. She ran me in the panels one time. And it's not necessarily because they're being super disrespectful. It could be. It could be they don't understand how to carry their bodies the way we like them to. It could be they don't understand how to really respect our horse. And it could be that they just don't see you as a leader, so they don't care about your personal space. That's how horses determine who's in charge. They kick each other, they bite each other, they pin their ears, they make motions. And once that's established, everything else tends to fall into place. There's a difference between discipline and punishment. And you should always make sure that discipline isn't the form of punishment. Discipline is, these are the boundaries, this is what I expect you to do, this is how I expect you to follow it. Don't ever get angry, don't ever get mad, because then it turns into punishment. If that happens, take a break, relax, come back to it, because I guarantee you're going to get frustrated. The best trainers in the world do, and you know what? It's not fair to the horse. So with that being said, if you guys want to see some more, you got any questions, please comment below, subscribe and share this video, and have a great day.